Yeah, yeah.
I just didn't
Oh,
feel
I
like
love
it
the
today.
pictures.
I
All
was
right.
like, when you own this hat and you're in Philadelphia, just wear the cheesesteak hat and be okay with it.
You know what they call a Philadelphia cheesesteak in Philadelphia? A cheesesteak.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you questions about the game, and then I'm doing an article for Casual Game Insider. I'll ask a few. Okay? Okay, ready? Snap. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi, everyone. I'm Glenn Fleury from Boardgames in Bourbon, and right now we are with Bruce, my man from North Star. How you doing, man?
I'm not bad. How are you?
I am doing well. It's so nice to meet you. He's my local man. He's really cool. He's got the shirt, the gear. He's looking good.
Yeah, and the killer is, so we were talking about this, is that you live
Like 5 feet away.
Like 5 feet away, and it took coming to Philadelphia for us to finally like see each other in person.
Tried to drop by. Live 5 feet away. Was going to try to come to game trivia night.
Nice.
But I was working late. Number 2, my man Will, lives 5 feet from the place that shut down. Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, but whatever.
God bless it.
But we're here and we're good to go. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Happy Salmon right here. All right. And the good news about this is the public can be involved because Happy Salmon is up for the TOTY, which is the Toy of the Year award, which is TOTY. And you guys can vote on it, and Bruce will tell us more about that.
Well, first thing to note is, because I didn't know about this till I kind of entered this side of things, because I've always been a gamer, so I know about like the Spiel des Jahres, I know about the Dice Tower, I know about the BGG Awards, the Origins Awards, and all that great stuff. This is like the Oscars of the toy world.
Yeah.
So in a place where Happy Salmon very much plays, this is a chance for it to really be at the top of everything, and for kind of the folks in the toy world, your Mattels and your Hasbros and your those folks, to understand that the companies that make hobby board games are making stuff worth looking at. So you can actually go to any of our social media at North Star Games. You can find us on Facebook. You can check us out on Instagram and look for TOTY. We got it here. I'm doing it like you're really going to look at TOTY. You can go there online. It will bring you up to the Toy of the Year Awards. Go to Game of the Year and vote for us. And for doing it, if they're going to pick one person in each category that's going to win all of the toys that are in the category.
That's
so if
awesome.
you win our category, it's everything that all the fantastic companies that are a part of this made, which is just super duper cool.
Yeah.
But we'd love you to go there and vote for Happy Salmon. You can only do it once, so we're not asking for you to do it a ton of times.
Right.
They are going to ask you for an email. We just keep reminding everyone that is just to make sure that you're a unique person. They don't spam you. They don't send you another thing.
Yeah, that's a big, important part of it.
Exactly. And we just like people to know that, because we want you to realize we're not trying to sell your information to anybody.
Yeah.
We just really want you to vote, because the vote from the public is like, they've told me like 60% of the decision on what toy is going to get the toy of the or the game of the year, which is just incredibly important. But some great games are up for it with us. Beast of Balance is up with us. I'm sure a bunch of games where you stick stuff in your mouth or shoot yourself in the face with water probably there.
Yeah.
We'd kind of like to we'd like to show that Happy Salmon's a better game than that. And then, do you know Happy Salmon?
I would love you to tell me about it.
I can teach you Happy Salmon super duper fast. Okay, we're not going to play a game. We need more people. But are you ready? You're going to
ready.
You have your own deck of cards. They have things on them.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone gets a color?
Everybody gets a color.
Okay.
High five. Pound it. Switcheroo. We would physically switch places. Last one's called Happy Salmon. Extend your hand to me like you were going to shake my hand.
Oh.
Happy Salmon. You hold your cards. You yell out your top card. When someone else yelling out their top card is yelling out the same top card, do the thing together, and then throw the card down. When you're done your deck, you win the game.
Oh.
It is silly, stupid fun. It plays in about 60 seconds, and you're running around, and it's crazy. Normally, I guess, for filming, I'm actually glad it's not behind us. But normally it would be, and it's just, you can hear it from a mile away as people are running around.
I've seen the videos and everything going on. Looks like
it is about the most videogenic game ever made.
That's cool.
But yeah, that is our fantastic little fish, and he's up for Toy of the Year. And then this plays 6, 1 green fish. We also have a blue fish you can add to it that will take you up to 12. And then next year, we're also making a game called Funky Chicken, which will add dances to Happy Salmon.
Would that be called a School of Happy Salmon?
It might be. It would at least be called a School of Fish.
Yeah.
It would be fishy.
I love that the theme carries into the container even. You know?
Oh, yeah.
I love that it's pervasive and it brings it all together. That's really cool.
Well, the thing is, especially for a game like this where there aren't a ton of components, is we want to do everything as good as we possibly can.
Yeah.
So if you take a look, some neat things is like, these are nearly plastic cards. They're just shy.
I was going to say, I'm really into the tactile.
Yep.
And so I love that they're so, they feel good.
They do feel awfully good.
Yes.
There is no doubt about that. We're professionals. We keep moving.
Yeah, we do.
We don't stop.
No.
We're not going to worry about an edit. We're going to have this is going to be the one for you, where this is fun.
Yeah.
This is the one, like, remember the one where stuff fell over?
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
They have a fantastic tactile because they're really good cards. And then here's the neat thing that really was the thing that I like to use to prove to people that we really did do our work on this, which is not only are they all different colors, if you take a look, the corners have colorblind icons so that your colorblind friends can help you sort the cards out at the end of the game. And then for 12, when we made the additional fish with 6 more, it is 6 more colorblind icons that are not duplicates of these.
Super
and even
cool.
some of these are like, there's waves on one of them, and scales and raindrops. So we kind of kept like and little fish. We kind of kept the aquatic theme through every piece of this that we did.
When you are deciding cards, what's a factor into choosing like the ultra covered or like the ones that are kind of like fabric or something like that? Like this, to me, I would say, okay, if you spill a drink, it'll survive.
So I'm going to guess this, because I wasn't at the company at the time they did it, but having heard about the playtests, they said, we want to make sure that if someone dumps a beer on this, that you can wipe it off on your pants and still be able to play.
Well, then they thought,
yeah.
Cool. Well, this game looks super cool. I've seen lots of videos of people having tons of fun with it.
Yep.
So again, to vote for that, that's a Happy Salmon for the TOTY. And what's the website? ToyAwards.org?
Yep, ToyAwards.org.
Awesome.
Thank goodness that's there, because I also forgot it.
Oh, that's
so
fantastic.
check it out, ToyAwards.org, or go to any of our social media, anywhere we can pin or stick something.
Yeah, that sounds
we
great.
have to let you know about it.
Okay, so real briefly, we have this other one you're really happy about.
This just came out. We just got done with the Kickstarter on this. We're only doing one print run. We're never making it again. Because it is so ridiculous and expensive to produce. It is inside here. Let's crack this open. Let's show you, because I don't think video can do this justice.
Okay.
And I'm not sure that we can do this justice. But if anybody can, the two of us can do this.
If anyone can, you, me, buddy. You, me, board games and bourbon. Let's do this.
So the problem is we have board games. We're lacking bourbon. Well, maybe you're not lacking bourbon. You could have anything in that Panera cup.
Have you smelled him?
I haven't smelled it. But I mean, if that's how we party, I didn't know that was how we partied, but if that's how we party, shoot, who
Whatever
am I to?
helps us get up in the morning.
Exactly. So this giant mat, this is not like a demo item at our booth to impress you. This is the actual item that was on Kickstarter that we are selling right now.
Wow. Significant.
It was an expansion to Wits and Wagers Party, which is the version that we largely had in Target and Walmart. It's our mass market version. It's also our simplest version of the game.
Also for Target, Evolution: The Beginning is that's rocking.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely,
it. And a bunch of my friends, that's their favorite version of it.
I really like it, because what I say to a lot of people is this: if I was brand new to gaming, and when you first start, you want that game that's going to like eat all of your time and that you can obsess about. That's what Evolution is. However, I own 9 IKEA Flugtags filled with games. And I need something that when I come back to it 2 years later, I can open up and go, oh, this is how it plays.
Yes, you're not bogged down in detail, perhaps.
Everything in that game, every card description, every FAQ is on the front and back of one 8.5 by 11 sheet.
That is one of the best things about it. That's the rules, there it is, I understood it.
And the first time. Because if you're like me, always one rule. The joke around folks with me is you can hand me a 28-page war game rulebook. I'll miss one real important rule. You can hand me a game where all the rules are on a single playing card. I'll miss one real important rule. So with that game, to have not really missed any important rules was a big step for me.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm proud of your evolution.
Waka,
goodness.
Y'all.
Okay.
Remember, the 4 o'clock show is not the same as the 6
Everybody
o'clock show.
That's right. Everybody, don't forget to tip your bartender. Okay.
Please make sure the way they took care of you, make sure you take care of them.
All right.
So this is it. Wits and Wagers is the most award-winning party game in history. I guess until Codenames figures out how to win more awards.
Losers.
We've had it for 11 years. It's a fantastic game and we super love it, and that's what this side of the board is.
Okay.
Basically, you get asked a number question. You write down an answer closely without going over, it gets a bonus, but they get laid out on this giant gambling layout, and if you can bet the right answer, you're going to do even better than if you had any idea what the right answer was. End of 7 questions, most money wins. So what we did was, and now we're going to flip it over, we're taking it to Vegas, baby!
Whoa!
And that's when we do this, that's when we show you how crazy it can get. Which is, so now we've added a bunch of bets. It used to be...
I love Vegas. I love gambling. I got married in Vegas. I had an Elvis impersonator be at my.
I'm jealous.
Really?
I'm real. I proposed in LA on a Vegas trip at the Price is Right, and we almost got married in Vegas. It was like really on the phone. I was like, I'm ready to go. Just go to an Elvis
it was fun, man. It was fun, and I love that Elvis is on the front of this. Man.
You know, Elvis is all over this. He's also a playable character. In the party edition, he was the number one. He represented our smaller than the smallest guests. We took that off and made him so now you can play as Elvis in this game.
That's fantastic.
Which we thought was super cool.
So cool.
One change at the bottom of the board, we now have a round tracker.
Okay.
If you're like me, we play a 7-round game. Around 3 or 4, you start to forget who read what question and where you are. So we've added that. And also the amount of money that you win goes up from 300 every time to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 700. Second change to the red and black. If you have people that are much more conservative and they don't want to gamble, we have a red that covers the whole red part of the board and a black that covers the whole black part of the board. Cool. Third change is this thing called the long shot, which is my favorite. You can now bet a player rather than betting a number. So we ask the question, everyone writes them down, you put them face down. Maybe it's a category about comic books, and you happen to know comic books. I'm going to go, well, I'm betting you.
Right.
You're blue, I'm betting blue. I know you're right. I don't care what you wrote. You wrote the right answers of what you wrote.
That's so much more like craps.
Exactly. Well, as a matter of how I've been selling this through the Kickstarter was this is Nerd Craps.
Yeah.
You have it now. You finally have Nerd Craps. It takes up the whole table.
Yeah.
You know, you can bring one of those dice sticks out and start moving stuff
and
around.
Nerd Craps don't smell nearly as bad as you might think.
No, not near. You know, that depends on where you've been. But I would say, not as bad as you probably imagine. I wouldn't buy the scratch and sniff card. I'm not saying that. But if I'm running, I'm like, Craps.
But if you get inside of a magazine, you can rub it on the arms.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not a proud moment. That's usually
it's a moment of necessity.
It's a moment of necessity and clarity for some. Because you've woken up and you're like, this is what my life is.
This is Sparta. This is Nerd Craps.
Yeah. I need to go back and I need to reassess who I am as a person. But for now, Nerd Craps. Exactly.
Nerd Craps. Okay. So
still play 7 question, but now you have this ability to bet on another person, which adds a really cool dimension because it also lets you. How PG-13 is this show?
It's YouTube. So.
Okay. So it lets you be a dick if you want to. So if you know comic books, and I know you know comic books, and I know you know comic books, you can write a ridiculous answer and just wait for me to bet and lose on it.
Right.
That is now an option, and that's a thing that the old games didn't have.
Right.
So it gives you that kind of new thing.
Yeah.
So we are super proud of this, but it's going to be one printing because this mat is really expensive.
Yeah, no.
And especially double-sided.
I always see when you see player mats at all, they're always super expensive. Plus, it's a game in itself, so that's really wicked. And I love it because when I have my Vegas nights at my house, we have the Vegas mats and everything. You know, it totally has the right color. You know, all the cool attributes. Congratulations!
It has the right color. It has the right feel. And then the last thing is, in the normal game, you normally order around the medium, and we realized your non-gamer friends don't know what the hell that means. So we actually included these. If you're playing for 6 players, you cover up the middle. And you just order lowest to highest. If you're playing with 5, you grab 2 of them.
Oh, there you go.
And you do the exact same thing. You just go lowest to highest.
How easy.
Yeah. Super easy to run, super easy to play. If you want to be like me and you want to run the whole thing, you can. If you want to run it around the table, it's easy. It's all here and it's ready.
That's awesome. That's awesome. He's just taking pics.
I understand. I realized that all of a sudden. Get my hands out of the way.
Yeah, so off camera is our man Will taking pictures of everything. Okay, so this is fantastic, man. Any last comments or thoughts about this to share?
Talk to your local game store. This is, in theory, not going to be the kind of thing that's going to be available too many places.
Okay.
We did the run for Kickstarter backers. Any extra from that run we are selling, so you are going to find it at your local game store, but for a limited time only. We're not going to do this again. It's just there's too much going on with it. This particular mat at this size with all this stuff.
And double-sided.
And double-sided and the whole thing. So if this is a thing that you're interested in, I would kind of run, do not walk to your friendly local game store.
Yeah, it's quite excellent. It's quite excellent.
Thank you. We're really proud of it. This is such a cool item.
Okay, so again, that's Bruce here with North Star, and he showed us Wits and Wagers and Happy Salmon, which is up for the TOTY. And so go vote for that. And what's that website again?
That is Awards.Org.
Bam! That's what it is, Toy Awards.
Absolutely.
Okay, now we're going to ask you some questions for casual games.
Okay.
Not a big deal. What do I do with my questions?
I don't know. You had them, and then I thought you got kind of paper conscious.
Oh, I am?
Oh, you got super paper conscious.
Hell yeah, I did.
That's where you put questions when you're real worried
This
about
is
them.
where I keep my nerd craps.
Yeah, I understand.
All right. So, Bruce.
Yeah.
That's your name, okay. Well, that was the first question. All right, so these are...
And remind me, because I know Board Games and Bourbon.
Glenn.
Glenn, okay.
Yeah, Glenn Flaherty. There should be an O, but they left it off the paperwork. I'm losing my voice from talking all day.
I understand. Feel free, lay it back. Lay it back. We're cool here. We're people.
Oh, man, nothing is great like that midday coffee.
Oh, are we getting all Kathy Lee and Hoda on this? Is that what's about to happen? Is it the 10 o'clock hour at NBC?
Bruce, if your company was a drink, what drink would that be?
So I believe for many years it would have been like a really elaborate virgin cocktail with like maybe a full-size umbrella in it. Like not even like a cocktail umbrella. Mm-hmm. Like I'm gonna just throw the whole umbrella in it.
But now,
I think we might start.
Yeah.
Like it's clearly gonna be
drinking in middle school.
It's gonna be like a little bit. Eventually, we're gonna dump a little rum in there because we're not gonna dump like real liquor in it. No. It's something that like you would drink at a party when I'm sure you're of legal age, but like you're not of legal taste. You're not of legal taste. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say if you went the middle school route, that would be more like we went from the version drinks to Mad Dog 2020, but okay. Yeah, we had our best screwdrivers at the 6th grade carnival.
Memories. Okay, so this being the first PAX, what is your thoughts of this convention? A lot of people.
A lot of people, although I thought there would be even more, and I think part of it is that we're here on Friday. Yeah. So like these are people taking their kids out of school and sort of like nerds with jobs.
Right.
That can do this. I think tomorrow it's really going to be crazy.
It's sold out completely.
Yeah.
And I've heard 3 different numbers: 26. Someone said 30. Somebody said 43.
Yeah, I can't imagine what those are.
Right.
I'm going to imagine the 43 is probably if you counted every body through a turnstile.
It had to be, but a really good turnout for a year one, man. I heard it's already bigger than Origins.
That might be true. That might be true. Although I have to be honest, I have a real, not that I don't like this convention, but I have a real soft spot in my heart for Origins.
Oh, why?
That is my favorite because what I love is that the Pride Parade comes across the front of Origins on Saturday, and the Columbus Pride Parade is the biggest Pride Parade in the country, apparently. I couldn't have imagined.
No.
But I just really love that it's like on your Saturday, you can run outside and pretty much for all of about 3 hours at any point, you can run out and catch part of the Pride Parade.
How cool.
Which I think is like, it's a folksy con, it's across the street from the North Market, which is some really great food. This also has the Reading Terminal Market, which blows the North Market completely apart.
Yeah, it's
cool. Much better. But I like that you can run across, get some kind of cool local food, run back, and then on Saturday the Pride Parade comes through for 3 hours.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That I think is super cool, and I like that in that one you can actually talk to people, you can actually play games. That's what I like about today, is that I've actually been able to talk to people and have conversations and walk over there, and that at a Gen Con you don't get to leave the box you're trapped in.
No.
Because there's just so many fantastic people that want to buy games.
Right.
That's what you have to do, and I like with this. It's a little more relaxed.
I was amazed how huge the game playing section is.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's.
Have you been to a PAX, or is this your first?
I've never been to a video game, but this is my first.
Okay, so PAX is super cool, and the vibe at PAX, and that's what I'm really excited about this, is that PAX has such a cool vibe with just how they do things. It's not just you shouldn't be a dick. We have people here that are going to watch, and if you're a dick, you're going to leave. If you're treating people of any kind wrong, then you can just leave and not give us your money, and that's cool. Right. And there's something I love about that. I love the inclusivity lounges they have at all of these. I just love, because I think that we're a hobby that needs it. We need to have an eye to that. And that's why I think things like the changes on the Dice Tower are such a big deal. This is really important, getting women and people of color into this hobby.
I agree, and I think it is. I think the nature of the product and what it is caters to a person that doesn't have a home otherwise, perhaps.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that those needs are met and nurtured and that.
There's no doubt that board games are ready to give you kind of that third place.
Yeah.
The board game store, and that's why the Friendly Local Game Store is so important, because it can be that third place.
It can be.
If done correctly.
Right.
If done incorrectly.
Right. Shout outs to 2 locals, Labyrinth, and what was the other one?
Games and Stuff. Is just fantastic. If you're in the Baltimore area, really the only place that competes with it is Labyrinth in DC.
Yeah, man. Two great hangouts.
No, 2 fantastic places.
Okay, so how many cons do you go to in a year if you had to give me a number?
Okay, so I have to think about it because it's my first year with North Star. Before, I would not call myself a convening nerd.
Right.
Bruce, guy that doesn't work for North Star.
Right.
Hides.
For a guy who doesn't wake up before 2 p.m.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Whereas this year, I think we just tried to count it. I think it's 11 or 12.
Yeah, that's solid numbers.
Yeah.
That's a lot of travel, man. Gone
That-
for a week at a time.
That's going, well, it depends. Some shows are as little as 4. Washington, which is one that should be super close to you,
yeah.
that was 2 days for me, and they gave me a room because I was coming from Baltimore.
Oh.
So it made it so I could kind of roll up at 8 and get down there by 8:30
yeah.
and be a person.
That's not bad.
But yeah, for most of them, it's a week gone, unless it's Essen, and then it's 11 or 12 days.
Big time.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and
it's
necessary.
something. Yeah, oh, absolutely. And all of these shows are great, and it's so fantastic to meet the people that love these games and to meet the media makers that are talking about them. Because, I mean, I've done the same thing. You know, and you get into this, you do what we're doing here because you really have a passion for this. You know, because there ain't no money in it.
No.
You're here because you want to be here.
That's all it's about. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Sharing the love.
Absolutely.
Okay, evolution. Okay, you're probably your most famous product. Right? No,
I would argue
This?
Wits and Wagers
Really?
by far.
Oh,
there's
okay.
over 1 million copies of Wits and Wagers.
Oh my goodness.
sold.
Okay. Well, this
But
is certainly
we're talking
something.
about evolution, gosh darn.
Something to be proud of. Beautiful art.
Yep.
Is this proof that God does acid?
It may be. If nothing else, it may be proof that Catherine Hamilton knows.
Yeah.
Kathy Hamilton did the art. Cool thing about Kathy, because I had to research her work at one point for something that we were giving away. And we're like, what's new with Kathy?
Yeah.
She is a Zeiss representative, Zeiss Lenses. Actually pays a couple of representatives that are in the art nature world to be their reps. She is one of them.
How about that?
She's super well known for ornithology work, which, fun fact, didn't know it. Apparently, the major convention, the Gen Con, the Essen of birds, is called 3 Days of Burden. And she has been the keynote speaker, I think, 3 times.
Oh, wow.
For 3 Days of Burden.
My goodness.
She's also spoken multiple times at the Audubon Center
Oh.
to discuss the work that she does. They
That's
send her to the
fantastic.
Galapagos Islands. She's literally traveled the world painting birds.
What's her name again?
Catherine Hamilton.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
her
Catherine's
work is
super cool.
amazing.
Her work is super awesome.
Me.
Yeah, the Imperial, and your peasants and islands.
That's, take questions. And so one question meant to ask, was this art inspired by Lisa Frank, who did like Trapper Keepers?
No, I'm well aware of the work of Lisa Frank.
But it was phrased, was this influenced by Anne Frank?
No,
okay.
that would be a much darker,
Oh my
that'd be
God.
a much darker shade of art.
Yeah, it would be.
You know who I actually think is much closer to is it's definitely Audubon influence, just because we're going to say that about any piece of nature art we see. I also think it looks a lot to me like Peter Max.
Oh, I'll have to look that person up.
Peter Max is sort of a contemporary to Andy Warhol.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Peter Max, I think, sold out a lot more completely than Andy Warhol did, only because he didn't have the time to sell out any more than he did.
I'll give you a funny story about Andy Warhol.
Okay.
I went to art school, and one of my people knew him. And Andy Warhol, in the last many years of his life, didn't even do his own work. He had a factory, and they would make it, and if he liked it, he'd put his name on it.
Nice.
How about that?
That is fan. That's how you do it.
That's where you reached a level.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's very Warhol.
That is so
that's
Warhol.
Even when you find it out, you're like, oh, Andy.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
You duped me a go.
I'm
and
not
then the art
surprised.
world pays 10 times more because
Isn't
you
that
have the Warhol didn't make.
Yeah, that's true. And he was very much in his time considered I wouldn't say capitalizing on the moment. Like if somebody died, that's when he came out with like the Marilyn Manson or something like that.
Oh, absolutely.
So how about that?
Absolutely.
All right, last question for you. I'll let you free. So sorry to bug you all up. You go to conventions and you're touring your products for exposure. And this way you're kind of like rock bands used to be when they'd promote their records, going town to town, trying to sell their records. Do you see yourself as the next Traveling Wilburys?
Okay, so the Traveling Wilburys were a super group that was not so super. So they were definitely a group where the parts, I think, were better than the whole.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You've transcended the Wilburys.
I think so, because we're
greater than the sum of your parts.
We're trying to be.
Well
Gosh
said,
darn it.
Bruce. Well,
Thank
you know what?
you.
On that note, man. All right, thank you so much. All right, everybody, vote for that game. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.